Hello, and welcome back for another Swatch Switch video today. If you're new here, this is a challenge where I take a build and I just go in and literally change the color of all of the objects and try to come up with a new combination or vibe for the lot. If you've been around for my live streams, you know that I'm very much into trying new colors and new combinations of colors and trying some kind of funky things here and there depending on the build. So I think this is a really fun way to go into the game, learn about new swatches, maybe even new objects, and then also just trying to figure out new combinations of colors or patterns or something to that effect. So for the challenge today, I'm using this build by Rushi7. Now, Rushi has been in our community for a little bit and has participated in our shell challenges. So this is from the Countdown Shell Challenge that I did at the beginning of this year. And I've always put in my description boxes that if y'all want me to look at your builds or potentially use them for certain challenges, then just put hashtag Dr. Sims in the description. So in the future, my intention is that I will use y'all's builds for my videos and the different challenges that I do. I can't promise that I'll always use everyone's builds, but I will pull from the collective. And I think that will be fun to feature some of the builds that you all do, and we can all just benefit and learn from one another. So this is essentially a convenience store, and it has an apartment space on top. Now immediately what I'm noticing on the outside is a lot of cool colors, and what I mean by that is just like lots of greens and like blues, maybe a little bit of blue, and then we have like this dark wood tone. And then as we go inside, you can see the convenience store area. So we have our register over here, a little area for like food, tea, or whatever you buy in the store. You can go and eat it over there. And then the groceries and such, go get your coffee. And then we have like a little bathroom back here and the office space, which is really cute. And then on the outside toward the back, you have this entrance to the apartment space. Really cute little cluttered kitchen. I actually like the layout of this. This is a creative use of this space, I think. I also love the use of the half wall right here. I myself have been trying to use half walls a bit more in my builds because I do think that they can completely change the dynamic of a space. And then upstairs is our living area. So this is cute. I love the desk that's slotted into this. It's a very creative way to use that. And then on this side, we basically have a studio space in here. And then we have cute objects out here on the porch, y'all. I love the clutter. Cute little easel on the balcony as well. I like that we have a griddle. It's fun. And so that's the build. So we're going to go in and start changing everything now. So this is where the fun part begins. Now, again, I was saying like the first thing I noticed was green, right? We have all these pops of green. Now I'm thinking right off the bat, just color theory wise, trying to go more from cool tones to maybe warmer tones. So maybe we can try to shift over to like some orangey, red, or yellow colors, which we actually get with all of those. What do we get with this? Ooh, we get a pink. That's kind of cute. Maybe I could do a little mismatch situation. We could do like yellow with this peachy color. I think that's cute. That's like screaming spring, you know? And speaking of spring, let's go with that with the flowers on it. And then maybe again, just sticking with the reddish tones, I think is going to change things drastically. And I like how this one has like the main color is orange. And then for the awning up here, we also get like a red color. We get yellow, a pinkish color too. Ooh, what if we went pink? This was not a direction I was necessarily thinking I'd go in, but this could be fun. We have yellow on that and that as well. For the vending machine, maybe we could go with that light pink color. I'm bound to miss something, y'all. I do in almost every challenge. It's going to happen. But there are some times where I don't actually want to change the swatch of the item. Maybe the trash can, we can go with the green color. And then on this, oh wait, we get some fun tiles. Yeah, we get fun tiles with this. This could be cute. Yeah, I think I want to go with the orange, even though it's not like super orange. Good with that. I love the little rainbow design on this. Oh, this has flowers on it. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even notice that. So that fits the vibes. Maybe we could go with the brighter color. We went with the fainter one at the front. And then the orange and pink. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We already used the red one on that, so I want to use something a little different. Maybe for this, we just use the solid orange color. I like that. Yeah, and then we can bring that in over there too. Maybe we could do red. And then for this, we could do, oh, the little plant is cute. And maybe the books, plants and books. That fits us, right? That fits our vibe. Then I want to leave the bike red, I think. The orange color there too. Maybe do that. And then shift that into those. I like the spring colors on that. I'm just gonna focus on the outside, obviously, right now, is what I'm trying to do. Let's do red with that one. And then we could do, let's do that with the pig. That's fun. That's fun, and it matches somewhat. We could do a red on that. Now that does stick out a pretty good bit right now. So we'll have to keep that in mind with some other options potentially. We do get the red hose, and then we do get a reddish color on that too. And this. So maybe we could do the red vibes over here. And it does seem to work pretty well, I think. Oh, this is cute. I love this object. I need to use this more. Let's do the orange with the blue behind it. I think that's fun. And then this can also be in the orange and red swatch. Bring the yellow in with that. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so smart. I've never thought to do that. Putting towels on this? Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. We'll do the red on that, and then we can do the orange there. And then I think for the actual stand, maybe we could do the lighter brown color with the orange rug on it. I don't ever really use that swatch, so that would be fun to do. And then maybe we could do the red Potter with that. Maybe this one could be fun. Little ladybug vibes. And then maybe that light with the yellow on it. And as far as dumpsters go, we do get a red graffiti dumpster. We'll change some of the graffiti that you can't really see well behind that, but there we go. That's a fun vibe, I think. And we do get red in the lights as well, so might as well bring that in with the pipes as well too. So the red color is serving as a fun little accent, I think. And then we get some really good use. I love the way that these are cluttered with the posters. Love that. Get this, and then we'll also bring the red in with that. I think this is going to help tie the red in across the lot a good bit more. Then we'll match the same swatch with that. Now, if we want to change the basketball goal, we could. It's a busted one. We could do the busted swatch on the pink maybe, just to brighten it up a little bit. And then over here we have our little bus stop area with some nice clutter objects. Can do the red on that, maybe do the pink on there, and then for the bench, it's blue tone, so maybe we could bring some of the warmer tones in from that. And then with this, we have plenty of options as well. That's fun and colorful, I think. That matches the vibes with what we have going on everywhere. I don't think I want to change the fence color. Oh, let's change this. There we go, get more red. One nice little detail with this too is look at this. These are individual posters that were placed. Like, that's crazy. That's awesome. I love that detail. So we do have this tile. It comes in a red. I don't think I want to use the red. This pink color, though, I think is a vibe. I like that. This is debug, which is really cute. Maybe change the vent there, and then with the walls now, we could also bring this pink color in with the walls. The nice thing with this is that it's a very faint pink color. You know, like it's not in your face, which I think makes it look okay outside. And then I want to make the gutter maybe brown to bring in more of the tones with the wood tones we have around. Oh, look at that. We even have some nice little clutter hidden under here. Fun. Oh, nice. I love that swatch. I'm glad I caught that. And then the plant stand here too, we could change. I like that with the yellow color. It warms it up just a little bit. Okay, so now let's like move up and see what other things. So anywhere we have this tile, I'm basically just going to change it to the pink color now. I do want to use those pipes on that. These can be changed as well, but I actually think that's a good color. It depends on if we change the brick underneath it, because if we get a darker color brick, oh, we can't. So I'm actually going to leave that, I think. And then we have the, ooh, that's really vibrant, but I like the darker red on that. That's fun. That really changes the vibes up a good bit. Oh, we do get like a red window. Oh, should we try that? That's gonna be tricky, I think, once we get to the inside there. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. Let's go with that. And then we'll match this, and then we still need to change all of these. Oh, this is cool, having a towel hanging right here. I actually like this green color there, so I'm gonna leave that one. And then we can bring maybe the orange and green there. We can bring in the red colors on these objects. I think the planter boxes would be better as a brown color here. The flamingo can change color, let's do that. And then with this one, maybe do something like this, and then have a really nice pop of orange. Okay, so I changed a lot of these little clutter objects. This is blue, which we are not going to use. Let's do yellow there. I like the yellow, and then maybe we could bring the yellow in with the chair there. Then we can even bring it in with the table some. Maybe leave the book as is. That can stay as is, and then maybe go with this one. I do think I want the darker brown, so maybe we do this swatch on that. And then this one, we do get some fun swatches. I think that with the orange would work well, and then we could maybe do like a darker orange for the mailbox. Oh, we have these. Oh, these are so cool. I love using these plants. I always forget about the neutral swatch like that with just the green. I think that's really cool looking. The red, yellow, and orange colors. And then I still need to change these. Now I know it's a small detail, but going with that color on the metal is more of the vibe. And then maybe this is the same billboard we had in the back. So maybe we could do like that one on the front. That's really cool looking. I do not endorse soda. Maybe we could do that with the red in it. That would be really cool. Okay, and then we have this little balcony area over here where I can get the red colors in. I'm going with that for the most part, just for the vibes. I think we could do maybe the yellow flip-flops. White and yellow would be cool. Could bring that in, the orange tone with that, and then maybe have that lightened up a little bit with the shelf there that's sized up. And then we can go with that chair. I like the orange griddle. With this little shelf, we can do the red. That matches okay. Like, it's a little off, but it's pretty close, actually. I love this. This is a cute idea. How that fits over with the plant works really well as a pot. And maybe we could go with that color for there, and then maybe the orange tones with that. And then for this plant, we can go with the yellow just so it pops off a good bit. And then we have the birdhouse over here, which is cute. I'm gonna just go with this really vibrant red and yellow color. Maybe we could go with the green on that. And then I want the messy swatch. I always like using the messy swatch on the easel and stuff. Then we have this. This is a complete fence, and it does come in red. So that's pretty cool. Got lucky with that. It almost makes me not want to use red on this instead. So maybe we do leave this with that swatch. I love the detail with the plants growing around the HVAC. That's a really nice touch. And I'm gonna use this one to blend in a little bit more. And with that, I think we're done with the outside. I know it took a minute. That's usually it doesn't have that much stuff on the outside with these builds, but this was a very detailed build on the outside, which I love. So now let's head inside. We'll start with the convenience store area. It's very sterile, which is not bad or anything wrong with that. It's just, I think I might even bring the same vibes that I did outside with the pink color. Like, I think that helps warm it up a good bit. Like, maybe we can go more brown toned with some of this stuff too. But I'd like to choose some other things that aren't so sterile to me. Maybe we can bring that in. Want some different options with the tea and stuff. We can use the orange swatch on that and then bring the orange in with the stool maybe. And then we have a red swatch on that. That's perfect. And then over here we have like an orange swatch. I don't know about the pink. I don't think I want to do pink necessarily. Well, we do have a rabbit outside, so this matches that in the spring vibe, so why not? We'll do the pink on that. And then we could get the darker color wood for this. This basket comes in some really nice swatches too that are really fun. Maybe do that one. This is already red. I'm fine with that. Maybe we could do the pink on that. And then these lights, which I don't think I've ever used. The beamer. It's from Get to Work. I definitely don't use Get to Work that often, so I'm not surprised. I think I want to make those black, actually. And then these shelves, I want to, yeah, that completely changes the tone. Just changing the shelf colors right there makes a huge difference. Maybe we can make this yellow just to brighten up a little bit, and then bring those down as black because I've been adding more black accents. And then for the little sign over here, maybe go more the brown route, and then we could do red with the espresso machine, make that a little bit more fun. And then with this machine, we could have it match and then change this neon sign. And then maybe we could do yellow on the fire extinguisher inside, do green on the trash can. Could be recycling next to the cups for the coffee. And then lastly, we have this over here, maybe this one. I like how that matches somewhat on there. And then for the door, I do think maybe going more brown toned on that too will help. I'm gonna leave the cameras white because even though you can still clearly see them, it blends in more, you know? We don't want our cameras to be completely noticeable. What in the world? Oh, I thought this was the detergent from Laundry Day, and I was like, wait, there's a box with it. That's from Get Famous? I had no idea we had another soap object like that. That's crazy. I'm just now noticing that. They have a red swatch for it though, so we're gonna do that. Those are the collectibles. Can't really change the colors on those as much. Like, I don't want everything to match with the products because I like how these are red and yellow, so maybe we have different ones on the shelf here just to add some variety. Honestly, it's great that they use these because they come in so many colors. We could do the orange and brown. I think that's a really interesting aesthetic to have that on top of like a pink tile. It's a choice. You know, and actually, I don't think looks that bad. I think the colors work well together in a unique way. Okay, so let's go to the bathroom real quick. And speaking of counters, I completely forgot about these back here too. These were different from the front. We could do a similar thing where they're different back here. Oh, wait. I might actually like these better. That the countertop matches the floor in a way, and then it's still orange, it's just not so saturated. That's a better vibe. I like that. Honestly, if anything, this would be the one I would change it to. And I actually think I like that. And then the last wall is over here with the tile. I love Jungle Adventures tile. So this matches the wall somewhat with the color of that, but I really like this too. Oh, we even get the same, oh, let's do that, where the tile's the same and then the color matches the wall. Just to have an ode to the original, you know? I like doing that from time to time. Oh, let's do the hedgehog on that. So this is the convenience store area now, completely changed. Like, it looks very, very different. And then we have the bathroom over here. What if we just went completely rowdy and went all black? Like with everything that we can. I know some of y'all will like that. Like, we could keep the pink in here. It depends on the wall colors that we get. Yeah, we don't get great options with the walls. So maybe we could use this in here. And then for the flooring, if we have a similar off-white color or warmer color, like this actually does work in here. So let's do that. And then we have the little office space back here and trying to figure out what we want to do with that. So the door, ooh, I definitely like that. That's cool looking. Maybe with that frame though. We do actually get a pink chair. So if we change the tile to this color in here, that's kind of funny. I want to do that. We get a darker vent there, liven this up a little bit. There we go. Bring some brown, and that actually matches the desk as it is already. And I'm fine with the desk color, and these obviously would match that. I want to mismatch the cabinets a little bit, and then maybe we could do that color on there. I think I do want to do the brown with this. It just makes things look a little bit warmer in a lot of different ways. Maybe we could do the green. Then we have another one of these shelves over here. Maybe do that with the purple and green a little bit, just to shake things up. Get those pipes, make that really red, change the speaker to this. I think we're good in here. So we have that part done down here. And then while I'm thinking about it over here, we never looked at the staircase and the railing. Like, we could make it more brown tone. Let's try it. We'll see. Because we do have the brown down there, so we could do that and make it work a bit better. So now that we have that finished, let's see what this looks like. Look, I get it's not an exact match, but I do think that makes it work better. Okay, so let's head over to this apartment space now. This is really cute. I love the way this looks. So rug, let's start with rug. We do get a pinkish color in the rug, so we could still carry this idea through with the pink colors, which is pretty funny. And then maybe we could bring that red color in. I like the vibe of this already. And then we can bring that pink color in again. And that ties in really well over in this little living nook area. Not really a room, a living nook. I do think I like the darker brown tone though. That's weird that this is the same swatch. I get why, because Dream Home Decorator has different end pieces, but it looks like it doesn't match, but it is. It does. It is the same, I promise. Should I do the pink fridge? I'm gonna do the pink fridge. I'm doing it. We're doing pink everywhere that we can in here. I don't know why that's become the thing, but it has, and I'm going to lean into, this was already pink. That's a sign. That was already there. And then we have our TV up here. I don't think we get pink in the TV. I do think I want to go with this more all wood as opposed to the white accent color scheme. I think that works really, really well. Maybe we could do this. That's cute. And then I do want to bring maybe this brown color in a bit more. The canisters we could have be maybe this with the fruit on it is cute. And then the cookies could be that fun color. Maybe we could bring this color in on those. And then for the flowers here, maybe you could leave them white, but do the red base just to bring in that color. And then let's do this with the moon. I think that's really cool. The trash can, maybe we can make it yellow. Then this cooktop, and then we'll change these cabinets as well. The cooktop I think is fine. We do get this pink color. Never mind. Yeah, let's change it to the pink color. Change that to the gold, and then we can change this maybe to that. Could do a fun pattern on the vase there. And then maybe we could bring in more of this color scheme with the gold. And then that matches the vibes already for the things hanging down up here. This was just screaming to be pink. And then we'll change these. That's a vibe. I like that. I like how that came together, I think. I actually don't think I want to change the wall color in here. I think that it gets to be a little too brown. Now we have this little shelf over here with some objects. That comes in pink, so we're gonna do it. I don't think I like the white flowers. We'll go with the red, just to give it a little more pop, you know? This is fun. Oh, that's cute. Doesn't really match what we have anywhere else though. Like, I still need it to look good. I also just want to overlook that though, because that's really fun and festive, and so I'm gonna stick with it. We do get a pink classic wooden ladder. You know, It's fun vibes, but I just don't think I'm gonna go through with that one. So we'll do this for the ladder. Uh-oh, I think I accidentally did that. I think this is supposed to go up. That's been like that the whole time, hasn't it? I just realized that. I think whenever I was placing this, I accidentally got it on that one tile. I do want to change the windows here though while I'm noticing it to the darker brown. Now we're gonna go upstairs. So the state of affairs up here. Ooh, look at this wall. What colors do we get with this? It's basically the same thing, it's just a little lighter. I like the original though because it has more of this pinky undertone to it. Let's start with the bed. I think that's a good place. Okay, they do get pink. I think it would be more fun to maybe try something a little different, like this color, and that actually looks really good with the awning there. And they already have darker brown tones here, which works really well for the vibes I was going for. So I'm just gonna try to, again, bring more warm colors in that I think look really great together. I think the yellow there could work, and then we could even have that color come in here, and then maybe we could do the green. I've been leaning into the green a good bit whenever they don't have red, yellow, or orange. This right here, that's everything. That works so well. And then we can get like red shoes brought in a little bit more. Maybe we lighten up the hamper basket. I know this matches the bed better though, so maybe we do change these. Yeah, that matches the bed frame. Okay, then we have this tucked in under here. We could get the light pink, or we could do that. I want to bring this color in a good bit more. We did this downstairs. Maybe we could bring that one in. And then for this, we'll do the red. And we can bring like the pink color in. Why not on that? And then that color on the stack of books ties into the bed a good bit more too. I did change the window. Remember, I changed it to the red, but that actually vibes in here now, I think, a little bit more. And we can bring that in on the plants there too. So that works really well. Now for this, I want to keep that with the pink. I think that works really well. And then we can switch to this shade. I think that matches this wood tone a little bit better than the original swatch. It's still not the best, but it works. Okay, now they did use this same wallpaper. It's just a different color as like an accent, which is pretty cool. I think I'm okay with that though. Like, I don't think I like the other options. This is blue. I don't know, maybe the blue could be cool, pun intended. Yeah, maybe we could do that because all of this is still white. We do have some like lighter brown options. We have this red too. Ooh, let's do the red just to tie in the window a little bit better and some of these other red accents. I think that's a fun nod to that. This might work a little bit better though. Like this color, but it had the dark swatch, so maybe we could leave it as the dark swatch but change the wood tone. I think that works really well. We get red in that. I want to do pink. I like that faint pink color. I think that works really well. Now we have some of this nice little clutter over here that I want to play with. So might leave those and match those the same. And then we can make that color over here, bring that color in with the red tone. I want to do this one with the red and purple. And then we have a lot of the debug makeup. Ooh, that one looks really good in here. Let's do that. And then for this, we do get the red, so that's fun. And then I'm gonna bring the same one over actually. Now we do have this stone flooring, which is really cool, the gravel. I get it's a super subtle change, but this one for some reason, I think looks a little bit better. It's slightly lighter and has, to me, like a fainter pink color. I'm gonna change it. I think I like that better. Very subtle though, not much to change on that. And then for the little tucked away bathroom space, toilet space rather, I still want to bring this pink color in. I think that works really well. And we could do more of maybe this light wood tone that we have in the bedroom space with the blue, since we have the blue on the accent wall there. Maybe we could use that on the inside of this too, like that. That's a vibe. Cool. Okay, so that space is done. And the only thing left is this little bitty room, the little studio. So maybe we could shake it up. This has a really fun swatch. I love this swatch so much. That's fine. We have to do that. So maybe we can lean into the green a little bit more in this one. I know it's not the same shade of green. We're working with what we have. You know, I can't add objects. I can't remove objects. We have to stick with what we get. So I'm gonna bring some more green tones in. That matches already really well to the bed, the red pot. And then for this one, I might leave it with the orange. I like that color. We're a bit limited for what we can do in here, which is unfortunate. I like the little pattern on that, so I'm gonna leave it too. Now, I do think I like this one better because it matches the wall. Now, I don't know if we want to keep this though. Ooh, ooh, that looks so good with the bed. Is it the same everywhere? I think this whole room has the same wall. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I love that. I love that. That's like 10 times better already. And then we have this swatch, which I don't know if I want to use it again. It does look good though. I do like it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I like it too much. And then maybe we could switch that to yellow on there, just to change it up a little bit. And then for this part in the bathroom, we could get the faint pink color. And then the shower, we have this with the orange, which is interesting. Maybe we could do that. I think that could work. Makes me think of the orange and pink combo that we did earlier. And then here we could do this green. Like we get this minty green color that's in the comforter on the bed. Then this flooring, is this base game? Yeah, I don't think I've ever used that, but that's so cute. Like the rundown flooring with the florals on it. And I don't want to change that based on the other swatches we get, which are blue. And then we have this, the big square linoleum. There are only 2 options, but that one matches. Oh my gosh, we got lucky with that minty color. Oh, that's pretty cute. I actually don't know if I like this chair being green anymore. What if we made the chair an accent, or we could do the pink? That's not bad. The pink's pretty cute, actually. I was thinking of the yellow, but I do like the pink. And then over here we get this. Maybe we could have this color just to bring out some more of the bluish green tones that we get in the bed. And then for this, I think we're gonna leave that as well. I don't think I missed anything. Oh, we do have cookware over here. I did not see that. Maybe we can make it silver, brighten it up just a little bit, just a smidge of legend. And then for this, that one matches better. So maybe we can go with that. And it's a warmer tone. This is fun. Is that everything? I think that's everything. I feel like I like the yellow on that now better. Yeah, I think I like the yellow on that better. It was sticking out a lot to me. That matches at least the chair right here and the flowers. Last little pan around. If we missed objects, we missed them, but it's just, they were fine as they were. I know we have this too, but we could change this to a lighter tone. Actually, maybe that's a good idea, not to come back, but I think that does work better. And then for this desk, I forgot about changing the desk color. We could change that to a lighter color as well. Would it be weird if we made this red? It is kind of weird, but I like it. It adds some character to the space. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I completely forgot about this. Oh, wow, that completely changes it too. Look at that, when I change it to this. Yeah. I forgot that big sign. How could I forget that? At least I caught it. Okay, also this is the build. I think it turned out really cool. Definitely some different vibes, especially on the inside. Definitely like darker, warmer tones is what I was going for. Just like more of a cozy vibe. You know, it was a little sterile, which is what we generally see in convenience stores like this. So definitely not a criticism. Just wanting to liven it up in some different ways is all I was trying to do. But this is what it's looking like. I also forgot about the walls in here. What if we took this down a shade and did that? I like that better. So nice vibes in the little office space. And then again, we have our newly pink-ish kind of apartment over here. And then upstairs from that, change the colors. It's an interesting vibe, I feel like. And then we have this fun little room right here. I'm telling y'all, beds can definitely change up a space just from the colors and patterns you use on them. And then we could put pink shingles. I don't think I like that one. I think I like this one though. So maybe we do that for the roof. And I think we're officially done for the 4th or 5th time probably at this point. We do get a red in that. Okay, is that the 5th or 6th time? Okay, so I'm uploading this to the gallery as colorful convenience. I think we can, deduct why I called it that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think these challenges are really fun. It gets in your head to just get you thinking about what colors you can use collectively. And sometimes you just combine things that you normally wouldn't, but since this is a challenge, you have to. And then you come out of it with some new combinations of things that you never thought would go well together, but end up working well together. I just want to remind y'all that if you upload your builds to the gallery using hashtag Dr. Sims, then your build might be featured in one of my challenge videos. And always, thank y'all for supporting me. Would love to have you join in the community if you don't already. Make sure you like this video, it helps me a lot. And then lastly, if you'd like to support me as a content creator and become a social supporter, I'd greatly appreciate it. You can click on join under the video, or you can look in the description box and you get a few perks if you become one. If you missed my last Swatch Switch video, you can catch that over here. And with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day and I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Bye. You guys, this build took a complete turn. I had no idea what was going to come out of it, but I was not thinking about using pink.